What is up with you gorgeous people of the motherfucking world out here? How y'all doing today? You know, you got NASTYCO here. We got some special people in the house. We got Virgenglow here to tell us a little bit about Seamoss and what they up to in the community. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves, let the people know who y'all are, we would appreciate it. You want to start us off, Sam?
Yes, I am Samantha Virgin. I'm a 24-year-old woman. I am a mother, an influencer, just a human, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
just doing the stuff that I love, hoping to inspire others.
Yeah, just moving forward in your life.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank
And
you.
yourself?
Hi, I'm BNA. I'm 25. Sorry, I had to think about that. But I'm also a mom. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm just very family oriented. I pretty much just love to help people. It's literally what I do in my career. It's what I do
Nice.
for my family. And it's just what we're out here to do. It's just hopefully help somebody and help the community and just bring everybody healthier, happier together.
Yeah, very nice. So then you guys are out here. The reason we have you here today is to, show the people a little bit, broadcast Virgenglow so we can get eyes on you guys, people just aware of what you guys are out here doing. So you guys both say that you're trying to do things with your life. You're trying to help people. I see you like helping people obviously with the Virgenglow, but you're also just doing your own thing where you're trying to be leveling yourself up, right?
Yes.
So what started Virgenglow in the first place? How did that become to be?
Since 2019, I kind of went on a little spiritual journey. And as I kept growing, I found out about meditation and yoga and things to help my spirituality. And that also included food. So getting into taking care of myself with what I eat and stuff. And I found Dr. Sebi, and then I seen what he would talk about. And yeah, it slowly brought on Seamoss. But at first I had I've always wanted to do business. So I know whatever I wanted to do, I wanted it to be with beauty, but making
Right.
it affordable or helping people, educating people.
Mm-hmm.
Really, a lot of people don't have the quality of life that they want just because they lack education. So if we could help them a little bit and inspire, that'd be great.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, at least here in America, because America's the leading country of obesity,
Heart
so it is
attacks,
pretty
yeah.
rough. Heart attacks, strokes.
It's very easy to get fast food, and then when you do consider buying healthy food, it's so expensive
Right.
that it's also really hard for people to get the proper nutrients that they need every day, it's just that's where when she found Seamoss, it was crazy to find something that had so many benefits,
Right.
that you take in 1 to 2 teaspoons and literally it changes your whole diet. It changes your whole perspective, your mindset. It really does help a lot with just your overall well-being.
And see, when people tell you about working out or losing weight, the first thing they go to is your diet.
Yes.
Or even before that is your mindset. But you can't be changed up with your mindset if you're not eating right.
Exactly.
Because I watched a little bit of Dr. Sebi myself. The way I know about Dr. Sebi is because Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
There was a whole thing with Nipsey Hussle, and there's even a conspiracy theory that that's why he was taken out.
Yeah.
Is because he was talking too much about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, look, I ain't trying to be on nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
we're not exposing no truths. We're just out here.
But also, I'd rather die trying
Yeah.
at the same time.
Right.
Straight
Nick
up.
Cannon said that, and then he stopped. So,
Yeah.
When people confront you like that, it's a whole different story,
Yeah.
Because for some reason, it just seems like when Dr. Sebi is brought up in a conversation to people, it's almost like a stigma of you shouldn't be talking like that. You
Or
shouldn't-
people want to talk really bad about him and say all the things that he did. And
Right.
despite everybody has a past, everybody has a personal life, but he really knew what he was talking about. And he really did so much good for so many, and it's proven. They can sit here and whatever,
And go
but
fight a
Right.
war.
Yeah.
But no, he really did have research to back it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wasn't just talking out of his, what.
Yeah.
When I watched the videos of him researching for this interview myself, I was like, damn, this guy's what a speaker, what a guy that comes forth and does bring truth. And
Yeah.
it's not even truth, it's just things that people don't know, not necessarily, right? So I want to get a little bit into the Seamoss here. because I'm looking at it, I'm just like, damn, that was like brains right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So can we show a little bit about like what this here? You know, this one here. What is this here?
So
What are we looking
that
at?
is the.
So that's basically this.
This.
Damn.
That's how it looks like in the ocean.
Wow.
Oh shoot! The noise. My bad.
No, you're fine.
But this is how it comes dehydrated.
Wow.
You get it?
Yeah, it's just that one probably is gonna fall off. It's like a little crab.
So this is right in the water here.
Yep.
That you're pulling it out of the water.
Yeah.
And then this is when you just let it dry out.
No, so they
So you
send
get
it to
it, yeah.
us dehydrated like
Oh,
this. Then we
okay.
rehydrate it in spring water and we put key lime in it.
Okay.
And then we blend it and it becomes like
So then-
gel-like.
Seamoss.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
That's a nice one right there. I even like you guys' logo too. That just glows
thank
like
you.
groovy, you know? I like
Thank
it.
you.
Like the
So off of Seamoss here, what really is it and where does it come from? Because you told me the ocean, but you know, the average viewer that doesn't even know what the hell Seamoss is, like, what are we looking at here?
So it grows in the rocky parts of the Atlantic Ocean. And honestly, it's really crazy,
Yeah.
but it grows from a rock. Like it attaches onto a rock,
Yeah.
and that's where sea moss gets all its nutrients. But it's
It's from-
honestly not that explainable because even scientists, they had to come up with like a whole nother word because they just
Right.
couldn't
Because it
explain
doesn't
it.
come from the ground like the rest of like the seaweeds and everything does, you know, that has soil. This is literally planted on a rock and it grows from a rock. It is
Yeah.
the craziest thing, and that's where it gets all of its nutrients and also just from the ocean. But it's the way that it is even
Able to grow is
Yeah.
honestly, scientists
Right.
can't really explain it.
Right,
Even Dr.
yeah.
Sebi said it's a God plant because like how
Mhm.
God isn't explainable as well.
Yeah, because he said that they try to put a name on something they don't
Yeah.
even understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a 15-letter word. I can't really think of it.
It's like anthropic or something.
Something,
but it was just
like, we don't
I remember hearing the
understand.
word, but it's, you know, he out here complicated. You know what I mean? But I didn't do
No.
that much where I understood it, but you know.
A 15-letter word. They call it ianthroperosis. Now dig that. They don't understand the workings of God, but they're going to give it a name. That a plant has the ability to convert a solid oxide substance into a liquid digestible substance. They call it ianthroperosis.
Dr. Sebi's out here for sure.
Yeah.
So the way that it controls and collects nutrients inside of it, once you know you harvest it out of the ocean and you bring it over to be made, why'd you guys choose a gel form? Because from what I understand, you can also do capsules and stuff like that. So why gel or
That's
like?
the most natural way.
Okay.
Yeah, I want it to be as natural as possible. Like I know people are just like, oh, if only you did it like this, like that. I'm like,
Right.
You either want to be healthy or you don't. Like this
Yeah.
isn't for like for it to taste good. It's not pleasurable. It's literally for your own well-being. So I try to do it as natural as possible. I
Yeah.
don't believe in the capsules or nothing like that because that's just adding more. And I don't know. I don't want to condition people like the easy way out. Like
Right.
I want to like some of this stuff is hard to take, but
and
it's
food used to be literally just for nutrients. People used to get food, or like when we used to eat, and I'm talking about like way back when,
Yeah.
like cavemen type of stuff. They would get food. Why? So they would give them energy, you know, so they would be able to do what they had to do for the next day. And nowadays we very much eat food for pleasure. And again, with the obesity thing, you know, like we've gone very far away from our natural diets that we're supposed to be, you know, and like we eat a lot of raw processed foods. We eat a lot of salty foods, a lot of sugars, you know, when in reality, like we wonder why there's so much diabetes. We wonder why there's so much heart problems, you know, like all the butter, the fast food, like it's all slowly killing everybody,
Yeah.
you know, honestly.
And I was listening to Dr. Sebi's daughter, which, oh man, I can't believe I don't have her name on me, but she was saying the first thing that we have to do is come to truce with ourselves. If you can't come to the truce with yourselves, then you'll never get to the point you want to be at, you know? Because if you can't admit that something like this could heal you, something like this could help you out, or just the fact that like fast food is killing you
Yeah.
slowly, you know, or whatever kind of speed, but
Yeah.
like things like that do harm you. They just do. Like obesity is a thing, and like that's saying that. Like I know there's people that are saying like, you know, they're big and beautiful, which I completely agree. That's not the case that we're talking about.
There's a difference between being big and being healthy.
Yeah.
You can be big and be healthy. You know what I mean? Some people, that's just literally their genetics, how they are. And as long as you're healthy, that's fine. But it's when you do start to see the health issues. It's when you do start to see the inflammation, the mucus, the buildup of everything. That's when you're just like, okay, maybe it is what I'm consuming that's causing the problem, you know?
Yeah, and that's why I think it's so important that you guys are talking about it and that people do get to see about it. Coming on your so starting off with your company here, how did it start where like you were making your first orders or you were like blending it? Like did you just do trial and error for you like by yourself just to like heal yourself, and then that's when you were like, I gotta spread the word? How was that, like just trial and error for you?
So I've already been on like a business. Like I tried doing lips, but then I found out they weren't good, so I stopped. Then I tried selling gouaches. I've always tried to sell stuff. Like even before lips, I would sell Oreo balls. Like I've always, it's just in my spirit.
You're an entrepreneur.
I love it. Like it's just in me. And with the gouaches, and I still do want to keep selling them. I just been more focused on Seamoss. But I wanted to use something. Like I feel like if you are trying to sell something, you should sell something that you're really passionate about. Right. That you usually use, because if you're not even taking it, how are people gonna like trust you? You know. And so I tried it out. I seen it was helping me. You know, I had my mama try it, and we all tried it. We like finished it, so we kept taking it. And then we seen it was really good. We gave it to my dad, that has been very sick and stuff, and it's helped him tremendously. Wow. So, When
we talk about benefits of Seamoss, what are some of the benefits that we're talking here?
So some of the benefits is that it's heart healthy. It can help in weight loss. It can help with like energy. It helps with your libido. It can help with focus.
Wow.
Muscle recovery. Like let's say if you're really sore, like it literally helps with like soreness. Honestly, the other day I felt a cramp and I was like, I need to take my Seamoss. And I took it and it like just went away. I even think it helps with like after hangovers. Like I think it like rehydrates you.
Well, it contains so many different like vitamins and minerals and stuff. You know how she said it's heart healthy. It has magnesium, calcium. It also has vitamin K, and those are all like you need those for like to be heart healthy, you know? And so when you talk about Seamoss and like all the different benefits that it has, like it's crazy because it helps you so much like internally. It also helps you rid yourself of mucus. When we first started taking it, you would not believe how much drainage we were getting like just out like consistently. Really? And I was like, wow. And you just notice it in your face too. You start like the swelling starts to go down, you know, that if you have a cough, like a lot of smokers, like you realize that you're coughing all the time, you take this, you're going to be just, and I mean, at first it is kind of gross because you're just hacking stuff up, you know, but like,
but it's worse.
Imagine all of that in your lungs. Exactly. Imagine that in your lungs. And that's where it's just like, when I see Seamoss like in its dehydrated form, it reminds me of like all the lung vessels, you know, like, so it's really dope because I'm like, wow, you know, it kind of even looks like it, and then it rids your body of it, you know?
Yeah.
And
it's also like a mood enhancer because of the potassium in it too. So
it's just an overall dope plant.
Yes, but it depends.
Put it on your skin.
Wow.
Yeah, it depends on like where you're depleted in your body, because some people it affects it differently, but it goes to work where your body needs it the most.
Yeah.
If you're low on iron or if you're low on like the magnesium, it'll just start working there.
So what's like the intake that we're talking here as far as like a daily use?
I say 1 to 2 tablespoons, honestly. And also it depends on like
on your body and your diet, you know, like.
Well, also, if you have any underlying conditions, too, like, we are not doctors.
Yeah.
We're not prescribing nothing. Like, go talk to your doctor for sure, because there's people that take, like, that have high hyperthyroidism, and they already take medicine that has a lot of iodine, and you don't want to take too much iodine, because that could
affect also with the hypothyroidism, you know? So, always just do double check, you know, it is... You don't want to overdo it on you don't want to overdo it on magnesium, calcium, any of those either. Like I said, those are all very important with the heart. So if you're already taking them and you can't take too much of something, you know, especially those minerals. So we do just recommend always talk to your doctor, you know, if you do have any underlying health conditions. For the most part, if you're a pretty healthy person, there really is nothing that you should be worried about, you know. But if you do have thyroid issues or any other underlying conditions, then it is important too.
Yeah, especially if you already know that you have some like issues with yourself,
Yeah.
you should always just, check on yourself.
always.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just advocate this because it helped us, but we're, like I'm saying, not a doctor.
It's helped us, and we've talked to so many people that, like, have taken it now that it's helped them so much, like, with their lives and,
wow.
things
We
that
have a
they...
lot of loyal customers.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's crazy. It's been so...
How has
so
that
good.
feedback felt for you guys?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really,
No,
it's
it is.
amazing.
It's just something you don't expect, and then, like,
Mm-hmm.
to hear how much it, like, helps somebody, and, like, to have people coming to you literally, like, our mom too, mom.
Our dad, dude.
Oh, yeah, but, like, how many
okay.
people talk to mom, too,
Oh,
about
yeah.
it? Our mom sells a lot of Seamoss, too. She literally...
She's a hustler.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Mexican mama? Hell
Yeah, dude, no,
Mhm.
she's a hustler, but no, yeah, she does get a lot of feedback. We're just really blessed.
So, a question that might make you a little sweaty. How much does one of these run here?
Oh, okay.
What are we talking prices here?
So that small one, that's the 8
Mhm.
ounce, and that's of the natural one. That's 15. This
yeah,
is
that's what's up.
yeah. This is ashwagandha. Yeah, in Cali they sell it for more. Like a
Right.
16 ounce, it's like $40. For a natural one, we charge 30.
Okay.
Like a 16 ounce.
A 16 ounce, so a
Nice,
bigger
okay.
one. And just for the flavored ones, we do charge a little more because it does cost more to
Yeah.
put flavor in it.
Mhm.
But like, so that one's 15, and this one's 17. The bigger one of the natural one is 30, and then the bigger one of this
Wow.
one is 35.
Do you guys sell ingredients on its own?
No.
Okay. I was wondering
No.
if anybody has like ever asked you about like them getting like the ingredients from
Just
themselves.
like the
yeah.
ashwagandha, like elderberry.
Mhm.
No. Mm-mm.
Um,
I mean, like mix
yeah.
it with Seamoss. I feel
Right,
like that's
right.
like perfect.
Yeah.
But we may have another
Right.
business idea.
And as far as like you guys selling, is it more of these smaller capsules? Is it more of the
Big
bigger
ones.
ones?
Honestly,
Oh,
I've been
yeah?
selling
Oh,
the bigger
yeah.
ones a
Okay.
lot more. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Especially-
people run out like quick with like the small. Small is more like I see some
A
people
sample. Like,
Right.
where they'll consume this one and then they put this one in their hair or like on their
Oh,
face.
okay.
Because you can use it like a face mask and like a
Yeah.
hair mask as well.
it also contains collagen, so it's really good for, like, retightening the face. And, like, when you do put it on, you feel it. Your face gets really tight and you can hardly even talk.
You can also
so it's-
feel
Wow.
it going down your throat. It's crazy. It's weird. You can just
Yeah.
feel it already.
Your hair, it literally does wonders for your hair. Like, it has it so smooth, so healthy. Like,
Mhm.
my hair has never been better, honestly. And that's from doing Seamoss, like, hair masks. I do other
Yeah.
stuff for my hair, too, but
Right.
this definitely is one of my favorite things.
So going into the business again, you guys are family.
Yep.
They always say never do business with family. How has it been working for you guys as sisters working together on this company?
Do I remember first? I remember first I was kind of trying
At first, I was like, I'm not doing this shit with you no more.
Right.
I can't fucking stand you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because at first like it was
It
like
was overwhelming, honestly.
it was overwhelming,
Right.
and then
We
like
didn't expect to get that much, like, feedback, and, like,
oh yeah, that was crazy.
that was crazy. The beginning was crazy.
I felt like I had a little drive-through, just like
Really?
Seamoss. It was
Oh,
crazy,
you were the
dude.
plug.
Oh, it was
Oh,
still
nice.
crazy.
Plug.
She was like, I need you to get over here right now because I'm not going to be
Yeah.
able to do this. I was like, what do you
I gotta go to
mean?
work like that because we still
Yeah.
work. We still work more than
A
40
lot,
hours a
yeah.
week. Like we
Wow.
work a lot, and we're mothers.
Yeah.
So like people are just like, you take forever to respond. I was like, dude, okay, first of all, my kids have my YouTube, and like
Yeah.
he's just gonna swipe up, like. So it's just kind of hard. And then on top of that, when I am on my phone, my kid thinks I'm ignoring him. I'm like, I do not want to be one of those parents that ignores their kids over
Yeah.
the phone. So it can be complicated. But I remember at first, I think me and her had got into it, and like yeah.
Thank God for Junior.
Thank God for Junior. My brother called me. He was like, "You guys are idiots." Like just stop.
He was
like,
the voice of reason in the middle.
Yeah, he was.
oh yes, he really
was.
was. He really did. Cause
He helped us, and he was like, really? Now that y'all actually got something going, you guys
Yeah.
are going to be mad at each other, like, now?
Why didn't we win? I think.
don't know.
Yeah, I think I had gotten mad at her just because I had the Seamoss thing, and then she had mentioned she wanted to do hair with it, and I'm like, just my business, my hard work.
Right,
Like
right.
I've been the one hustling. I also
Yeah.
understand to have a business, like you are gonna need support, and what better support
Mm-hmm.
than your own family? Like I know I trust this woman
Yeah.
with everything. Like she's my best friend out of business.
And I
partner.
think for me, it was more like she just kept throwing it, like, in our faces. Well, I got it. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, then you can do it.
Right.
And I was like, if you did it, you want to do it all by yourself, then go ahead. I was like, you can do it by yourself and see where it takes you, and then
And then she got
eventually.
Yeah.
madly offensive, and my brother had to come in. But then we
Yeah.
reasoned, and I told her, I'm sorry, I do need you, like,
Right,
not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I prefer her than, like, I sure did. I sure did, yeah. Because I do need family.
And
I've
that's
been
good.
humbled a
Yeah.
lot.
It's good though that you're going through this, especially with family, because you're allowed to mess up.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
not
And
all
we
of us are
get it.
perfect. I mean, no one is perfect.
No one, yeah.
So if you don't mess up and you don't like you guys messing up and coming back together makes it even stronger.
And
Right.
that's how you learn.
Yeah, and it took like a day for us to like.
Honestly.
Right.
It wasn't like a huge thingy because then I also listened to my brother and I think my ego got in the way of me.
So going a little bit back into motherhood and the business involving with it, how has that been with those barriers and those, roadblocks of I can't go out and sell this Seamoss right now because I have to take care of my kid. And even I'll speak a little bit about our interview where it is like I have to just understand if you can't make it because I don't know how it is to be a parent and I know that's a big struggle. So I'd rather someone be a good parent than a better entrepreneur.
And
you know?
thank you for
Aw,
understanding.
Yeah.
Thank you
That's
so
very
much.
tough. A lot of people without kids, they
Don't get it.
they don't
Right.
get it.
And that's why I don't
Thank
try
you.
to get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're
Because-
just like, hey.
Yeah,
And
and I have family members with I got nieces now, so watching them grow up, I'm like, that's a lot. you know?
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is
lot.
It's
So
a
how is that with the whole business aspect is involved?
Honestly, like for sales, I'd be taking him. And I already told him
Nice.
too, you're gonna help mommy, like this is the family business and stuff, but he kind of doesn't understand, but now he does.
Yeah.
Like there was one time where I went with two, she did the logo and I was bringing her jars and stuff.
Okay.
And like he went, he's like, this is my mommy Seamoss, like this is for
Wow.
the Seamoss. Like he's also starting to understand, but then he also gets annoyed. He does get
Yeah.
annoyed, but I have to explain to him like, you like your little toys? Do you like
Right.
your house? Like nothing in this life is free, man. Like you gotta work. So
Yeah.
it's honestly really cool to teach him. Like I like that he gets to see this. One day he's gonna grow up and be like, damn, my mom's a super mom.
Yeah.
Like she's super cool. Like she did that, like all this, and I didn't even realize. But yeah, when I'm on the phone answering people, it is kind of annoying. But then I'm also like, bro, I don't even want you on social media like that. I don't even want you looking at the screen like that. But then I look hypocritical because I'm on it. But I have to explain to him like it's for business.
Right.
Like you're working on it and
Yeah.
you're not just on the phone just to be on the phone.
That's what's good is that you're showing yourself that social media is more for a business aspect on your end,
Oh yeah.
instead of just personal life. But there has to be a little bit of personal, just because people want to know who they're buying from.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even with these interviews, I keep referring back to that because it's what I do. But
Yep.
I do try to make it all about you guys that come here. That's the whole point. This is a culture. We're trying to, document it. And, 10 years from now, you can look back at this interview and be like, that's what, I was thinking
so
during that
cool.
time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, make our own history book here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so dope.
But even involving that, it is where I have to say my piece as well, because then people are like, oh, then I rock with Nasty, then, I kind of feel like, and especially talking to,
They can
people
relate
like you
and
as
they
well.
understand. Yeah.
And I relate to you guys sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You guys be talking sometimes, and then I'll relate,
Yeah.
and then I'm just like, I have to chime in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my ego in me, but
No,
No,
but we
that's
love to
good.
hear it though.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's
So-
how it should be.
and I, there's people out here like artists, rappers, and stuff that say, why am I not getting enough views? And I feel like it's because people get drawn to when they want to root for you, when they want to see you win, and they want to like have you grow and be a part of something like that.
It's just finding your crowd and finding your people.
Right.
You're gonna find the ones that are for you, and the ones that are not. Well, then they're not. There'll be
Mhm.
plenty more people. The craziest thing too is it's a lot of strangers who have supported us. A lot of people
Okay.
that
Yeah.
I never even thought like would. And then there's been a lot of people that I do know, that will like reach out and help us out too. And I appreciate every single one of them,
Yeah.
regardless. But it is nice. It's really nice, just the variety of people, new people, and it's crazy too because you meet a lot of really like open-minded people too, that like
Mhm.
if they're at this point, I feel like where they're trying to like better themselves, better their eating, because it's not just like Seamoss, just taking Seamoss and all your problems are gonna be gone.
Right.
Like it's a lifestyle. You have to be
okay.
there mentally. You have to be there like. You have to start wanting to eat better too, drinking your water. It's crazy how much people don't drink water.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it literally blows my mind. And I'm like, if you take your 2 teaspoons and drink like some water in the morning, I'm sorry, TMI or whatever, but you're gonna go. Like if
Yeah.
you got problems like and you can't go to the restroom, like it definitely is gonna help you go to.
Control
And
all the nasty stuff.
Mhm.
You don't
yeah,
want in your body. I always tell people like if you're trying to detox or when they're sick, I'm like just eat fruits and veggies and
Yes.
your Seamoss and that's
Right.
it. Like don't even
Yes.
eat processed food. Like just and I'll like if I do get sick, it's very like I don't get sick, but when I do, like I just get rid of it so quick because I just go
it's
on
crazy.
like
Yeah.
Wow.
a vegan diet.
Because this
And-
year that we started taking it, I did notice like I didn't really get sick this year.
Yeah.
Versus other years, I can remember when I would get like a really nasty cough or like just get like a common cold or something, you know, and like I don't think I got sick this year.
I've literally been around people with COVID. I've never gotten COVID ever. And I work in healthcare too, and they're getting it all the time. And I've literally been in contact with them, and I never get COVID. Like I
got it once, but I mean I was fine. I just felt like a common cold type of thing. Like, and I think that was before we started taking Seamoss. Honestly,
Yeah, I got COVID. It was not fun for me. It was not as easy as y'all say it is.
No, I remember I felt
honestly, what I learned is that most of the time when you get sick, you're not supposed to get sick like that. Like your immunity should be able to fight it off. But if you,
what I blame it on is smoking. That's what I blame it on. Because, you know, as smokers lung, it's just what it is.
Exactly, I was going to say, it's your lungs.
So that's why when you guys are like, hey, for the smokers, I know I got some smokers watching right now, too. You know, this is a perfect idea right here.
I know a lot of people do, so that's why I was like, this is great. It helps you really, like, get all that stuff out.
Right. And that's why, you know.
But you might be hacking up mucus all the time because if you're still smoking. It's just gonna just
every
time.
Yeah. Rather out than in. That's what I say, you know. Yeah. But for yourself, what about your motherhood? What about your obstacles that you have been through and your trial and tribulations out here?
Oh, well, I had my baby really young. So I was 16 when I had him, 15 when I got pregnant. So it's definitely been a struggle trying to juggle school, work, and motherhood, my family, you know. And
even that stigma, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because being young and pregnant.
Coming from, like, home with like a single mother, and then also like having my baby really young, you know, like we grew up in a trailer court, you know, like I don't think anybody ever saw anything coming from us, you know. And thankfully now, like I've finished college, I've still been going to school. I'll be done with my nursing degree in May.
Wow.
You know, so like I work, I go to school, I literally take care of my kid. Like it's hard, man. Like my day starts at like 6 a.m. and sometimes doesn't end until 6 a.m. the next day because I work overnights, you know? So I literally do my 12-hour shifts, go to school, make food, have to keep the house clean. Then I had dogs on top of that, you know? Like, it's definitely, like, but you know what? It's just crazy to me that, like, you really do have time for everything. You know? Like, as long as you're focused and you really set your mind to things, you can overcome and do anything, you know? You just have to be consistent, and you have to have a really good support system too. I'm so thankful for like my mom, my sister, my brother. They've all, like, without them I wouldn't have been able to get through school, you know. And because school in itself is enough, you know. And then having to juggle like a family, living on your own, paying bills, you know, like I have to work full time. And then Seamoss, thankfully too, like somehow, some way I've still had time to promote that and like work on that too. So it's been hard, but it's been so good, and honestly I just feel so blessed to be able to do all of it, you know.
And I don't know if anybody had told y'all, but I'm very proud of both of you.
Aww,
you know, just hearing about it now, I'm just like, wow, that is a lot.
Thank you.
You know, sometimes I don't even want to get up in the morning. I'm just like, man. but y'all like, got that, you know, where you like,
you have those little people who are looking after you.
I think gratitude really helps push through, like, because there'll be times where I kind of complain, like, damn, I worked like 70 hours this week and I still have to, I can find myself complaining, but I'm like, I remember when I prayed to have this type of, to have this job, to have these hours, to have this business, like, how can I complain? Like, I can't. So gratitude kind of helps too. I'm like, wait a minute, like, let me be thankful, because I really did pray for days like these. Like,
and we lean on each other. Like, there's days where I know she's not feeling too good, or I'm like, well, let me post a little bit more, you know? Or days that I'm not feeling up to it and she'll post more, you know? Or, like, we do try to help you. And with the kids, too, like, we help each other out a lot with the kids.
She's like, my baby daddy.
Yeah, it's my baby daddy. We're here, too. Since the beginning. Like, literally, like, she's always helped me with, like, Gio when he was younger, too.
Like, what's your schedule? What's mine? Like, we literally try to work opposite hours, so, like,
we can have the kids at different times, you know? Because it's hard to trust people with your kids, you know? Like, and
it's hard to trust people at all. You know? Then involve a life. Like,
exactly. And so that's why, like, if we can do it between, like, us and our brother helps a lot, too.
Shout out Junior. He's the best. Shout out Junior, dude. He's the best person ever. I love him. He, like, I just see other people's brothers and stuff, and he really does a lot of things he doesn't have to, but, like, he's so amazing. Like,
Yeah.
we're very
He's that
grateful.
kind of man.
He is. He's a
Yeah.
man for sure.
Yeah, and one thing to touch on what you guys just said there, I'm not sure how much you guys believe in faith, but I'm hearing a little bit here from both of you. And me personally, I got my own opinions, but I'll keep that for the birds. And what I say though is I like a lot of the moral compass of it, where you get these lessons from it. I don't try to focus more of it's real, if it's fake. I try to focus on what's the message that are trying to be portrayed here.
Yeah.
One message that I really, really like, and it just stuck with me forever, is someone told me one time, God won't give you more than you can handle.
Yep.
And that right there, I was like,
that is true.
I can't complain. How you guys said, I can't complain. If this is my road, if this is what I got, then hey, I'm gonna have to handle
And
it.
every problem has a solution. And literally, if you fixate on the problem, then that's all there's gonna be. But if you focus on the solution, then like you woke up today, like there's a reason for that.
Right.
Like there's a new day, a new beginning. Like focus on the solutions. Like every single thing, like you can work it out. If God gave it to you, and if He's telling you, like, here, I'm putting this in front of you. Or you know what, it might not be God. There's just as much evil and the devil's at work, you know? But God will give you the solution. I've prayed to Him before and asked Him, God, I want to know, and I want to know now.
Yeah.
And literally within a few hours, a few days, He lets me know.
Right.
He lets me know, or like I will get the message, you just got to look for it, and you got to trust that He literally is going to have your back no matter what.
Yeah.
And we're not like super like, we don't really belong to a religion or anything. We just believe that there's a higher power that takes care of us and likes when we take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And does guide us. And we just have a lot of faith and trust in it.
That faith part, that's, that's
faith, a lot of faith, man. Because there's sometimes things don't work out. I'm like, I'm just going to trust that you got this.
Yeah.
Like you're leading me this way because something's better, and I'm not going to bargain with it. I'm not going to try to force anything. I'm going to just let you take the wheel, and I'm going to just...
let go and let God, honestly. Like, it really is just like everything happens for a reason, and you just got to go with the flow, and things always work out.
Yeah, and it's like how we were talking how you guys had some struggle working together, but that struggle is what made you guys even stronger. And same thing with like faith, at least the way I see it is that like the more struggle in life, the stronger faith you'll have because of, something helped you out in that, in that process. So like live for today, try your best today, because tomorrow is never guaranteed.
Yes.
And a little bit of what I want to ask you guys about is getting back to the business part of things, because you guys' personality is great. But as far as you guys advertising for Virgenglow, what is the marketing strategy there, and what does it look like? Because you guys tell me that you guys are posting, you're sharing. What, give us a little insight.
Like,
of,
I'll make like TikToks for it.
Okay.
Honestly, most of it is on Snapchat. Like, I need to get better at Facebook and Instagram. But honestly, I get most of my customers is from Snapchat.
Yeah.
So every day I'll just post like me blending it, me taking it, me talking about it. I noticed, because I used to post facts about it and stuff, and nobody cared. Like, nobody really cared. If anything, I get more people trying to buy when I like just post a video of me just taking it and talking about it. I don't know why, but that's how it goes.
Also, like, a lot of doing it, I'll post just like literally I just record myself on Snap just doing the face mask or just doing the hair mask and just how I put it on. And I feel like a lot of people like they like the live and
they like the
interaction,
personalness with it. Like, they don't really care for words. They want to see you do it.
And a lot of times too, like, I'll make it a thing where like if they are picking up for me, like I'll go out to the person and talk to them about it too, to make sure that they understand, or if they have any questions, they can ask me right then and there, like personally. And I feel like that helps a lot too, because then like I'm just like, I'm here right now, like you have my full undivided attention. Like, what do you need to know?
Yep. And we always let everyone know too, if they buy, they can always reach out. They're not a bother. Like, we'll answer questions. I've even gone out of my way to like go and drive it to Sioux Falls, so I don't have to ship it. And like, I want to do that for Omaha, but I have such a big like clientele in Sioux Falls that I'll drive and I have like nowhere to go. I'll just stay in my car and just deliver it to them. But that's because I'm so passionate about it. And if I thought, if this was some baloney stuff, like, I wouldn't come to your door and bring it to you like that. And I work with people. There's times I tell people, like, I know it's very important to take your Seamoss, but I know like the world that we live in and it's expensive. But if you need to pay me another time, but you want your Seamoss now, like, we can work something out.
Oh wow!
Like, it's
y'all extra nice for sure.
I know.
It's like, cause me personally, I've been fucked over doing something like that.
But
it's because karma
what it
doesn't
is.
stay.
Exactly. I was gonna say,
Right.
and then I just know next time I'm like, all right, well then
Yeah.
you know, like it is what it is.
Because I've had people do that where they did get seen, they never
Yeah.
pay me. I'm like, oh well, you know what?
Like,
Yeah.
I've had somebody
I'm not gonna
pay me
get
before, too,
mad.
and-
Like I know God does His work, so I ain't tripping.
Yeah, there was a movie one time that said, you know, a guy stole like, or he owed him like $50, and he's like, "What are you over here hollering at this guy for $50? Think of it as you paid $50 to get rid of that guy."
Yeah,
That's how I always take it too.
Garbage taking
Mhm.
itself out.
Yeah.
So, you know, cancel out the week, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know, I've had projects where I've been fucked over, and
Yeah.
it's just trial and error. You know, just learning as every job goes. There's been jobs where my camera fucked up, the audio's fucked up. Even doing this, like I had to use the camera audio instead, right? Instead of the microphones, because it just went out for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So when you mess up like that, you try to take that as a lesson, so that way the next time is so much easier than,
Yes.
you know? And that struggle, when you like have that happen to you again, you're not as worried because it already happened to you. So, you know, you're like, I can take it.
You're prepared.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I feel with it. As far as the business goes, where do you guys see yourself in, you know, let's say 5 years, 10 years? What's the future goals here?
Man, I wanna have my own shop, have like a vegan cafe kind of, and infuse all of it with like Seamoss, because you can bake with Seamoss, you can cook with Seamoss. Like there's times my son doesn't want to take the Seamoss like that because he thinks it's gross, so I put it in his peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
You can put it, literally in the spaghetti, or you can put it in caldos, you can put it in rice, anything.
Yeah. And then eventually be like a wholesale company and like help people build. Because as much as I would love to ship it out, I think it's best when it's local.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you get it like that. So I would like to teach people how to start their own Seamoss business. And then eventually like just branch out. Definitely it's to keep growing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're trying to spread it as much as you can.
As much. Yeah, make it locally like available. Because I can't be in Colorado. I can't be in Sioux Falls. Like I'll try to be.
California,
And that's
like-
where I believe in unity. Like that's where I believe that everybody can help, you know? Like it's not just... That's why at the beginning when I was kind of in my head, like, this is mine. Like, no, it's not. Like, this is everybody's and I need all the help I can get. Like, what if one day I do have a store in Sioux Falls? Who's going to run the one here while I go over there? And, like, and I'm just going to need, like, people. So, yeah.
Yeah. What do you see for the future?
Definitely, that's kind of pretty much what we've talked about. And we definitely see it as, hopefully one day we can get it, have our own, exactly, get it in stores. I know that with all like the beauty benefits that it has to it too, like eventually maybe one day it could even be in like
skincare.
Skin. We've talked about doing a lot of like maybe one day doing a mask or something too, like an actual one. And it's just like it's endless too. We would also like to branch off and do more like
herbal
hair masks too. And yeah, like I said, with like my whole everything I wanted, I don't know, me personally. Eventually, hopefully, we can continue to just do more herbal remedies, you know, and just like take more like herbology classes and just like look into just overall good. Yeah.
So, one final question I wanted to ask you both is what kind of advice, what kind of key things can you give the audience, you know, the young gents and ladies out there that are trying to start their own business or just trying to get healthy, you know, whatever the kind of topic is there that you want to give advice for, you know, tell the youngins out here, tell the entrepreneurs out here.
Do not stop chasing your dreams. Like write them down, have your little vision boards. Don't tell anybody either. That stuff you should keep to yourself. Literally be true to yourself. Like you are going to be heavily influenced by other people to do other things. But if you're very in tune with your intuition, stay true to yourself. Like if you want to start a business, it's like, it may sound easy, but it's not. It's a lot of discipline and you got to stick to that. If you really like, how bad do you want it as a type of energy? Like you may not like to wake up early in the morning, but you need to, because by the time like 7 a.m, like stock market's already going, you know, like a business is already up and going. Like, what are you doing sleeping?
Right.
Get up. And a lot of people don't have that mindset. So you're going to probably have to say bye to some friends and some old habits. Be true to yourself. Take accountability. Like, where am I? Like a lot of people always say like, you know, fuck men, or like, you know, the girls and stuff. But realistically, like, you probably didn't have good set boundaries that attracted those people. And you need to take accountability for those things. Like, you need to really, really understand what you like, what you don't like. Start understanding how to be alone. Because I know a lot of people that don't like to be alone, but you need to learn how to be alone. And literally kind of just trust yourself. Stay true to yourself, to be honest. Don't... You know, I say keep your ideas to yourself because a lot of people will shut them down. Right. Some people won't understand, but it's because some of those dreams are only...
I don't know if you guys believe in that or not, but I mean, like, there are outside sources and outside... People really do hate on you, you know, for no reason. So you do have to just keep it to yourself until you're ready to let it be known if you want to. And if you don't, just let it show for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, say less at that point.
Yeah.
You know, and like... Some of the key things right there is what you're saying is that some people would rather be in a shitty situation than alone.
Yep.
Yeah. They're comfortable to that.
Some people will literally rather be comfortable than be happy.
Yeah.
They will live in misery because they're comfortable. And there's nothing scarier than when somebody gets comfortable, because then they don't grow anymore. They literally are okay with being there. They're okay with being at that set level, and they don't want any more. That's all they want. They're okay with being right where they are, and they don't expect anything more of themselves, which is cool. Majority of people are cool with that. But I don't know. There's just, honestly, fuck the stereotypes. Fuck any type of, like, stigmas, you know?
Tell them.
Like,
no, for real.
Talk your stuff right now.
It's true, because I got told so many times that I wasn't going to be anything, and that I literally couldn't do anything because I had my baby, you know? And if anything, I feel like te da más fuerza, you know? Like, it literally just makes you want to do it even more. And then for your baby, or for yourself, you know? Like, I always knew regardless I was going to do what I wanted to do, you know? Like, it wasn't going to stop me. And thank God I have, like, my mom and my family who were like, no, you have to keep doing whatever you were going to do, you know? They very much pushed me, too, to be, like, a better person. And, it's crazy, too, because the whole business thing, like, I always knew I wanted to be, like, eventually, hopefully, I will go on to get, like, my MP. And, like, I do want to open up my own, like, little practice as that, you know? And, like, again, focus more on, like, herbalistic healing. Yeah. But I don't want, like, I don't know, I guess, like, with her, you know, seeing how much, like, a business, like, takes and, you know, like, everything, like... It is just eye-opening, and it's crazy because it's not something that you think, like, you can do, you know? I didn't think I could do all of this, and you can. You really can. You just gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta be true to yourself, and the rest will just fall into place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy when you do surpass your limits, or at least the limits that you put on yourself. Yeah. Because then you start to achieve a whole new person that you became, and... You know, people have, like, stages of their life where you're, like, a different person, you know? Because, you know, I was watching Medea, and she says that you can propose, or you'll propose many times to different people. And what she meant by that is, even if you have the one husband, the one wife, throughout your life, you're going to be meeting a new person in that person, because life changes you. Yes. And it's like, you can't just be acting like, oh, you're not how you used to be. Because that's the point, kind of, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes you outgrow people, and that's okay. Right. You know, like, they serve their purpose, you wish them well, you move with good intentions, and everything else falls into place. Yeah.
And at this point in life, at this point in kind of, like, what we got going on, you might as well be happy. Because we have too many things that are going on in this world that are not okay. Yeah. Like, today we had a school shooting. Unfortunately, you guys saw that?
No. Here in
Sioux City? No, not here, not here. Sorry. But yeah, 6 people died. And it was a 28-year-old woman that went into a private school, shot 3 niños and 3 adults. Oh. For what? You know? Because she's not happy with herself. She's not happy with the world that she's living in. There's no reason to do things like that, and it happens way too much in our life. There's more mass shootings than there are days in this year. Let that sink in, you know? So that's why I like doing this kind of interviews and asking you guys what are some advice that you could give everybody, because it is good to hear that you're not alone, that you guys both struggled before. You know? Because when people see you on the internet, they just think a certain perspective of you. Yeah. They don't understand everything that's going on. Yeah. Like even with this. People don't understand that we're up late as hell editing we're up, we're early, going to work because we have a day job.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. And even especially how you guys have the whole family to take care of. Whole family to take care of. It takes a lot out of you as a person, but it gives so much back.
It does.
It's all worth it.
So I appreciate y'all's time. I appreciate y'all both coming out here, you know, doing the Nasty Collective interview for y'all. I'm pretty sure that people will appreciate it as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
This has been such a wonderful experience, and I'm so glad we did it and came. You've been so good to us.
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah, no,
We
for real.
appreciate you. You're a very nice, genuine soul. Like, I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to be as comforting as I can because, you know, it's a little crazy to be on camera. You know what I mean?
That's where you're meant to be.
But I do think that I can say that back to you guys. You guys are meant to be on camera. It's not just meant to be on some, you know, where you're just selling it by like just the name here. I think if you guys branded it a little more where it's like unity, how you guys said, where it's both of you, you know, two Latinas having a business, like it'll go places, you know? So
let me get that what's going on. I'll go a little harder.
yeah, and you guys do a lot more marketing than I've seen rappers do.
Really?
So if a rapper doesn't want to advertise themselves to that point, imagine like someone just advertising, you know, their product. So the fact that you guys go hard like that, like that's what you're supposed to be doing, you know? So just continue what you guys are doing and growing.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's been a great day, and we out, ladies and gents.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Doses.